Thank you for all again to be here. We are starting with our first session of the FDP. This session is shall be taken by Dr. Ashish Gupta. Dr. Ashish Gupta is presently working as full-time faculty in marketing area at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade (IIFT) New Delhi under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, New Delhi. His research interests are in marketing, customer relationship management, service quality, branding, and consumer behavior. He has over 8 years of teaching experience and research experience in the area of marketing and management. He has more than 30 research papers to his credit, published in national and international journals like American Business Review, Journal of Retailing, Consumer and Services, Asia Pacific Journal of Marketing and Logistics, Journal of Direct, Data and Digital Marketing, Practice, Springer USA, International Journal of Customer Relationship Marketing and Management USA, International Journal of Electronic Customer Relationship Management UK, International Journal of Indian Culture and Business Management UK, Emerald Emerging Market Cases UK, etc. He also presented more than 20 research papers in international and national conferences. He completed International Faculty Development Program from Aston Business School, Aston University, Birmingham, UK in August 2019. In 2018, he conducted 6-month management development program on international business for armed forces personnel sponsored by Directorate General of Resettlement and Welfare, Ministry of Defence, Government of India during August 2018 to 2019 January. He conducted 1-week MHRD Gyan program on digital social media marketing in emerging markets sponsored by Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, New Delhi. From 14th October to 20th October 2016. Today, Dr. Ashish Gupta shall be taking a session that is on historical perspective, introduction to event management, size and type of event. So I would now request Dr. Ashish Gupta to please start the session.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vaya, for this nice introduction. And it's a warm welcome to the all participants, those who have joined today in this very interesting area on event management. I would like to congratulate Dr. Walia for organizing this FDP sponsored by AICTE. And I'm sure these 5 days going to be more learning and enrich with the knowledge in the context of event planning, event management. And the topic which is assigned to me for today's discussion is historical perspectives, how events have been emerged as an area of academics, as an area of industry perspectives, and how we consider event management is an important area from both point of view, from industry point of view as well as from academics point of view. We will also discuss the size and categories of different events, how events are organized, what are the different types, and how each event category is different in terms of their organization, in terms of their resource management, in terms of their logistics, and in terms of their formal and informal nature of events. My slides are visible to you?
One second, Mr. Sanjay Gaurav, kindly stop presenting. The resource person is presenting his slides and you're disturbing the presentation. Mr. Sanjay Gaurav, please stop presenting. Sanjay Gaurav, please stop presenting.
Mr. Sanjay, I'm not able to share my presentation because you have shared your screen.
ठीक है।
वो मैम की पिन होगी सबकी
हाँ,
सबकी
सबको
डबल
नहीं
मतलब
होगी।
जिनको अगर विजिबल नहीं हो मतलब पिन कर सकते हैं स्क्रीन हो गया।
Okay, Ashish, please present.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My presentation is visible.
Participants, can you please just see if Dr. Ashish's presentation is visible to all of you?
Please
What?
share screen one more time. I'm not able to visit.
No, ma'am. No.
Yes, sir,
Ashish, I think you
visible.
have to share one more time.
Just wait. Let me share again.
It's not visible yet.
Okay, after see, this is a total of 1.5 hour session where we have 5 to 10 minutes for Q&A.
Yeah,
So
now
after
my slides are visible.
stop, it is coming, Ashish,
Yes, yes,
yes.
it's visible,
So after,
visible,
Yeah,
visible.
yeah, so
yeah,
after
Yes.
yeah.
session, you all
Thank you.
can
Thank
ask,
you,
if
everyone.
you have any queries, you all can ask, sir. Okay,
So,
over to you, Ashish.
I will quickly, yeah, thank you, Dr. Walia. We will quickly finish the basic understanding on events, historical roots of events, and naturally, it is important to understand why we organize the events as a part of our celebration, as a part of our socialization, as a part of our reviving the relationships, whether it's a personal or it's a professional, size and types of events, event management from industry point of view, and how this industry is actually is growing from the decades, and how we see the future of the event management industry as a prospect, as a idea generator, or as a contributor to this industry. From academic perspective, yes, of course, I'm sure there are faculty members, scholars, and practitioners are in this FDP. So from academic point of view, it is also play an important role how the research is going on around the globe, what are the theme areas where people can search upon, and how the academics are offering the wonderful opportunities in the area of event management. So let's begin the session. So I would like to begin my session with one very important line which connects our thoughts when we interact, when we share our experience, when we go to participate or attend any meeting. It could be professional, it could be personal, it could be any ceremony, it could be you know anything that people find that interesting, which is important. When we meet, we change the world. Yeah, it is true in context of event management. When we go, when we interact, when we see the people around us, we share some good memories, we celebrate, we love to celebrate the moments, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a wedding anniversary, whether it's a retirement day, or anything. It could be your any life event. If you are an industry, you are into the business, people prefer to go on conferences, seminars, whether it's academic conference or it's a business conference, business summits. So the whole idea is that when we arrange or when we organize or when we plan any event, the idea is to share the experiences. The idea is to share the knowledge with each other. People have different objectives to go. So when we look at the history and evolution of the event management, naturally, as a human being, we love to celebrate, as we have already shared with you. We need a little reason to celebrate, whether it is, India is winning World Cup, or is a Commonwealth Game celebration, is a birthday celebration, is a graduation ceremony, convocation ceremony, you are getting degree, or etc. Something in family or in professional life. So we need a small reason to celebrate. People celebrate by gifting. So celebrations are an integral part of our life, which symbolizes happiness, success, and achievements in one's life. And due to the modern lifestyle or busy work schedule, where both husband and wives are working, families are becoming more smaller, nuclear in size. which resulted the participation of human being as an individual is quite high in several fronts. And on other hand, people are also facing some difficulties in organizing, planning, and executing the events. Organizing an event requires effective planning, resource management, logistics management, and effective execution as well. And now the trend is growing towards hiring the event management agencies, event management organizations. They are experts who deliver best services for their clients in organizing several kind of events, whether it is kitty party, or it is a wedding ceremony, or it is a graduation ceremony, or is a business summit, or is a seminar conference, whatever it is. Companies are gaining expertise, and some companies are very specific in terms of organization of the specific event. Company like Eventbrite in UK is very specialized in organizing business events. Similarly, we have other agencies as well, those who are expertise in wedding, we say wedding planner, wedding management, or other kind of management. They work at very broad level, which offer business opportunities to many other sub businesses, whether it is a floral decoration management, whether it is a sound and music management, whether it is a food and catering services, whether it is a transportation services, infrastructure and floor management, and many more. So all components are connected together in effective planning, organizing, and execution of events in totality. When we see, how we define, so I would like to ask the participants, how as an individual you define event. What is event? What is event management? Because we participate, we have organized many events in past, we are planning to organize events in coming future. So as an individual, how you define events? This question is for participants.
Well,
Anyone?
I think it's a gathering and
Please introduce yourself.
connect.
I think Rupesh.
Yes, my name is Rupesh
Yeah,
Upadhyay.
yeah,
I'm working in corporates.
yeah.
I used to work in corporate. I'm a sales expert. I
Okay.
as a sales coach as well. So, in my opinion, event management or event can be defined as you are able event management. You are able to gather people and communicate with them and give them an agenda to celebrate and communicate and network with each other.
Yeah. So this is the the definition from the perspective of a practitioner. So as a business professional or in sales professional, you definitely consider event management as a platform to network with people, to interact with people,
Definitely,
to
exactly.
finalize the business deals in events, to offer opportunities for others. So for business practice, the definition is, from personal perspective, if we see, for a family, as an individual, we organize event to share the experiences, to revive the memories. So event is basically is an occurrence of activities to communicate particular messages to target audiences. As a marketing faculty, when we define what can be marketed, which is the important concept of marketing management, what can be marketed? We talk about product, we talk about services, we talk about But the experiences, we also talk about events can be marketed. Yes, events can be marketed. They require proper planning, they require proper execution of the resources. And events are organized to communicate particular message. And the message is, as Mr. Rupesh said,
Yes.
that we organize events for social gathering and networking. So the message is what we go to attend business meetings, to finalize the deals, to identify the prospects, and have networking with industry people. Similarly, for personal and family events, we attend, we go to celebrate, revive memories, strengthening the personal relationship. So definitely, events communicate some messages to target audiences. Events also educate the individual. They help in marketing or in reunion. So people have different definitions, different perspectives to define the events. And there's no doubt about the industry of event management, which has evolved over a period of the time, creating huge demand for professionals working in industry and serving the diverse needs of businesses as well as personal consumers. And one important fact about event management is that it is not something that is which is came into existence very recently. As an individual, I have already said we have organized many events. We individually acted as event manager. We have managed our own celebrations. We have promoted our own events. We have marketed our own events. Maybe the processes and the pattern may be different. But in businesses, the event management is more organized practice. But gradually, the events which are conducted for families or for personal consumers, they are also now organized very systematically by event management organizations. We have a lot of successful examples in the past where events were conducted successfully, whether they are sports management event, whether they are cultural or spiritual event management, whether they are political or government event management, or whether they are charity or fundraising event. There are a lot of examples which exist, which says the success stories of the event management or event management industry. So particularly when we see the historical perspective, so events are connected with the history, and the name of the Egypt ruler Cleopatra came to the discussion, which used to organize the gatherings for fostering friendship, understanding, and establishing the peace between tribes in her time. So it is the first instance in the history which is reported. Gradually, we moved to the different perspectives. The aristocratic event management, where the parties and events were organized by French royalty. The King of France, they organize gatherings and parties to influence the people at large. As we move to the industrialization, an industrial revolution offers opportunities to interact, meetings, gatherings, exchange, networking. People used to discuss the ideas and opportunities in business meetings, and it became a trend and mode of exchange of information. An industry is growing on a very fast pace. I will share some statistics as well with you in the coming slides. How fast industry is growing, what are the challenges the firms are facing now, and specifically in the time of COVID, this industry is suffering, is facing a lot of challenges. Organizers of many events lost their money. They have postponed their events. So, as an introductory session of event management, we should understand whether it's a historical perspective, the past, what is happening, the present, and what would be the future of this industry, and specifically the technology, how technology is playing a dominating role in the event management. And in the current time, we used to say virtual event management. The FDP today we are attending, this is also a virtual event. People are sitting at different locations. I am in Delhi. Some faculties are in Sagar. Some are in at different places. But we are able to connect together through this FDP. And this is also a 5-day event for us. But this is an academic event, sharing of knowledge on a specific theme, exchanging of ideas with each other. And now, after the changes and the technological advances, industries adopted the technology very fast. Integration of technology, integration of gadgets, audio video gadgets, wearable technology now, electronic communication, virtual reality concepts, creating a next level of excitement in the people. So just have a look how we draw the differences between the processes of conducting event management. Generally, there are few processes of organizing events with, let's say, the registration. People register as a formal process of the event, whether it's a business event or whether it's an academic event. But in personal and family events, as such, no formal registrations are required. People go, people celebrate, people enjoy, and they came back. But when we talk about business events or academic events, which follow some formal process, which require registration. So people used to follow, handwritten invitation card, registration card, manual post system, and now people are using email, print, electronic media, social media, and they are using specific websites for event management. Eventbrite is one such website on which people organize. There are many others too, but it is quite popular. When we talk about locating, to identify the location of event, people used to print physical maps, directions, giving location, near location on the invitation card. But now people are using mobile apps, route direction, Google Map services, which is working quite effectively these days. So we can easily differentiate how the technology and emerging support systems are bringing changes, bringing efficiencies in the management of the events. When we see our attendees, so we used to contact through telephone, personal inquiry was used to confirm the participation, and we noted down in the diary how many people will come. But now, these days, Google Planner, social media, gadgets, specific applications used to ensure the active participation of the people. We generally see on Facebook markets some event and they ask whether you are interested in attending the event or not. You are going to attend this event. If it is in the nearby area, so things have changed over a period of time. When we talk about the promotion of events, earlier people used to, with word of mouth, and referral system was used for advertising events. And now internet, obviously, which has power to disseminate and control the information on a single click. I'm sure the people, those who are attending this FDP today, they may be contacted through some social media groups on WhatsApp. They may be contacted through emails. They may be contacted through, some advertisement or some communication on social media pages, or any of the use of any of the database for the contact purpose, or sending attachments, email as a communication. So time is changing, time is flying, and technology is actually creating that ecosystem. Whether you are a business professional or you are an individual, and you may use technology for execution, planning, and predicting the resources. I would like to share one example with you. Recently, one event successfully over somewhere in November 2020, and how difficult was for BCCI to organize this event in UAE. COVID protocols, some players who selected for the matches were found infected. Number of reasons that we may identify, and how it's difficult, particularly in the COVID time, to organize this Indian Premier League, which is, one of the most business oriented event, business oriented, profit oriented. The major purpose of these IPLs to entertain as well as to make money, whether as a player, as an individual, as a owner of the team or as an organizer. All stakeholders want to make money. This is not for charity and for social cause. BCCI reported if we cancel IPL, we'll face the loss of approx 4,000 crore. So you can imagine the amount of resources they wasted, the interest of the stakeholders is on a very higher side. And this is another recent case. But hopefully, they organized, audience were not allowed, considering the protocols, and they successfully managed. And see the business opportunities around this IPL. Because as an event management or event planner or as a marketing company, I always see the opportunities. Whether it's an opportunity to sponsor the event, it's an opportunity to promote the services, or it's an opportunity to manage any of the activity of the event, whether it's a logistics, whether it's a hospitality, hotels, whether it's a transportation. Specifically, we talk about air transport and the local transport. Field management, logistics, frontline activities, back-end activities. There are so many activities that a firm manage as an event planner or as an event management. When we see the categories of events, as far as my understanding of events, I was not able to find any established method of classification. People classified events in a different way, where they can easily categorize the specific activities. So one such basis or one category of event which we can classify or which is available on the basis of size, type, and context. Where we include family events, community events, business events, public events, campaigns, fairs, and exhibitions. This is one classification of events on the basis of size, type, and context. Another classification is based on extent of formality involved. How much formal is the event? Whether is a social gathering, family gathering, is a business gathering. So they are classified as personal and informal events, formal and official events. Generally, the people are in businesses or industries, government, in politics. Those who follow some systematic protocols, they organize formal and official events. They also attend informal events, but the category of activities are different. When we look at third category of classification or categories of events, This is based on nature of event. Whether it's a social or life cycle event, is a birthday, is a retirement day, is a wedding ceremony, is an anniversary, graduation ceremony, convocation ceremony, could be, which comes under social or life cycle events. As we grow, we do number of activities and we succeed, we achieve some milestones and we want to celebrate. Sports events, where is a football, is a cricket, is a Wimbledon, is a basketball, is a kabaddi now. Kabaddi Pro Kabaddi specifically is promoted by Star Sports. It's become an event which is recently emerged as an event in Indian market. WWE wrestling is an event. People go, people pay for tickets, people enjoy, entertain themselves. Third category is entertainment activities, music concerts, award ceremonies, political events, political rallies, political processions, oath ceremony, likewise. Corporate events, business summits, trade fairs, expo, religious or cultural events, Kumbh Mela, particularly Hindus around the globe are spiritually connected with Kumbh Mela, which comes after 6 years. And Uttarakhand is now going to organize and manage this religious event, largest gathering of people on the earth. In 2019, Uttar Pradesh government organized in Allahabad. There are many examples of such events, whether it's a corporate, whether it's a religious. I'll show some of the relevant examples in the coming slides to you. And next is fundraising or cause-related events. The purpose of these events to raise money for the firm or to contribute to the society for a specific cause. Whether it's a half marathon by Airtel or whether it's a fundraising by Goonj to donate clothes to the roadside people or to the elderly. These events are organized, well planned, and executed by the organizations on behalf of their clients. Either you will do this exercise yourself or you will hire some event management company. And largely, it depends on the scale and size of the event, whether you will manage personally or individually or with a team of few people, or you will hire specialized or experts in the specific domain for that event. Another classification which generally industry adopts, I referred one industrial report of Ernst and Young (EY), where I was able to find out what is the classification or categorization of events that generally industry adopts and how industry segments events. So from that report, I was able to identify few specific types or categories of segments on the basis of which industry classify. And it is generally industry acceptable classification. On the basis of type of event is a one classification. On the basis of revenue sources, third classification is organizer, who is organizing. Next is age group and region. So there are 5 broad categories as per the industry, and they follow. When we look at type, the segmentation of events on the type, so they have classified the events based on type, like music concerts, festivals, sports, exhibitions, corporate events and seminar, and others. So they all are different types of events categorized by industry. Second type of segment is revenue source, from where the revenue will come from. It will come from ticket selling, it will come from sponsorship and others. So sponsorship and tickets are two mode for the organizers or for the event management companies to make profit. And largely sponsorship company pay a heavy amount to become a sponsor of the any event. And tickets are also one of the revenue source. Third classification by industry is based on organizer. Whether a industry is organizing, which is corporate, whether it's a sport as organizer, like BCCI, or FIFA for sports, Olympics for education, it is a college, it is a university, entertainment, media companies, media houses like Z Cine Awards, Star Awards, and number of other awards as well. Third is based on age group. This event is for kids, for young people, for adults. So the segmentation is age-wise. To whom we have to target. And another classification, which is very broad, based on regions. It's North America, Asia Pacific region, Europe, LAMIA, Latin America, Middle East, and Africa, which is referred as LAMIA countries. So companies, those who are placing themselves on a global platform, they consider regions as their prospects and they enter into the international markets by their expertise in the event management. This slide particularly is defining and explaining the type of events, whether it's the entertainment. So generally in industry, they classify the type of services because events are services. So it is intellectual property, IP, managed events, activations, and digital. There are four categories of event management offerings. So IP is intellectual property where the company, the one who is organizing, want to keep the intellectual properties. The logo, design, branding, everything will be with the organizer. And you can see that different categories of events like entertainment, sports, educational, achievement, social, talent shows, brand promotion. Generally, activations are organized by the industry people for the promotion purpose. Specifically, the people, those who are involved in sales and distribution or marketing, they are very familiar with the term activations. Mall activation, canopies, number of events they organized for the promotion, road shows to promote the new launch, to promote the new product. This classification is based on the survey conducted by Ernst & Young in 2015, and based on which they are able to classify the types of services which are offered by an event management company. Now I'm moving forward to the next part to look at the different.
पुराने तो ऊपर है लेकिन नीचे पिछली बार वाले नीचे भी है ना, ऊपर भी है तब भी नहीं है, चाबी नीचे भी है तब भी चाबी नहीं है.
Speaking, please mute yourself. Yeah. So now I'm coming to the examples, whatever we have discussed so far. So it will enrich or it will connect us with a concept. We talked about social or life cycle events. So we discussed social, life cycle or life cycle based events. MS Dhoni took retirement this year in August 15th, and he celebrated. The hashtag went viral on social media, retire the number 7 jersey. So goodbye. A legendary player with respect took retirement from his profession, which is cricket. So we have, number of events to celebrate that we categorize in social or life cycle event. When we talk about sports events, like FIFA World Cup is now going to be organized in Qatar in 2022. Officially, they released the logo, the design, and they started promotion. So this is the second part that comes under imaging and branding of the events. So I'm not touching upon. So these are just for examples. We all are aware of those events and we specifically categorize. We talked about business and corporate events. People are awaiting one very important event going to be held in Dubai, Expo 2020, which is postponed due to COVID and which is supposed to be held in October 2020 this year. Similarly, the Mobile World Congress, this is one of the biggest event for the mobile companies or electronic companies across the globe. Across the globe. In India, Trade Fair, India International Trade Fair is one such event to promote, to provide a platform to the Indian businesses to showcase their offerings. There are many examples, but I have kept few. We talked about cultural and religious events. We talked about Kumbh Mela, Christmas. So all set. People are ready to celebrate Christmas. People in US just celebrated Thanksgiving Day in November. So it depends where you are. And culture matters most for the individuals. And every country celebrate their own culture. In US, Europe, it's time for holidays. People will rest. People enjoy. Another spiritual and religious gatherings we see Hajj in Makkah and Medina, largest gathering of the Muslim community. Happy Halloween. These are all our cultural events. The people celebrate across globe in different continents, different regions, different countries. So every country, every land have many things to share and celebrate, and people enjoy in celebration. We talked about government and political events. Generally, we refer some specific summits where government people meets for sharing ideas, exchanging thoughts. One such summit is BRICS, G20, Asian nation summits. So they are generally comes as formal events for government. Political processions, oath ceremonies also considered as a formal event or formal government events or political events. Every event has their own importance in their context, whether it's a cultural, whether it's a government, whether it's a sports. And we have to look at differently for each type of events, their requirements, their resources, everything. Next, that we talked about educational, training, and career events, which are more connected towards academic achievements, academic success of an individual. Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University celebrated and successfully completed his 20th convocation, the degree awarding ceremony for the graduates, postgraduates, and PhD candidates, and some important medals also awarded by the President of India to the successful candidates in their streams or specific discipline. This is also a gathering event which require planning, organizing, and execution. The people who involved, I'm sure they understand it is not an easy task. On the second picture, you can say the passing parade or degree parade in Indian Military Academy, or you can say the graduation ceremony of the cadets, military cadets. Different scenario, different context, and different event. Nobel Prize events, which has global presence. People are globally acknowledges whether they are scientists, whether they are economists, whether they are literature people. People acknowledge their contribution to society in the global market. If you see another example, job fairs. This is also considered as event, which is connecting the academic education and training of an individual, which also require planning, which is also considered as event. A literature festival in Jaipur, which connects academic knowledge, learning exchanges. The next category, entertainment and musical events. You can talk about Oscar, you can talk about IFA, you can talk about Grammy Awards. They all are, local to global events, or you can say global events. Global plus local. Next, fundraising or charity events, where people either donate, people collect, and raise the funds for some specific activities, or you can say cause related activities. Whether Airtel Delhi Marathon, I for India, which raises 52 crore, the world's biggest live fundraiser on Facebook, or whether it is a gaming company, Poker Stars. The last month, during October 2nd to 8th, they celebrated the annual fest of giving Dan Utsav, play for a cause. Very recent case of fundraising and charity events, where you can see many sponsors, Goonj, United Way, and many others. Seva Kitchen, Manji Development Foundation, so many. And this event is dedicated for different charity purposes, and the fund will be utilized for training of unemployed, meals for hospital patients, sanitary pads for underprivileged women, athletics program for underprivileged communities, and others. So every event is different, their purpose is different, their nature is different. Accordingly, we have to proceed for their resource management, their supply chain, their logistics. Now I'm coming to the next important topic, to see event management from two very relevant perspectives. First is industry, and second is academic. And these two particularly are contributing much in the success of event management industry. When we look at the industry perspective, how it is growing presently and what are their future prospects. So I was able to find out some statistics that I'm sharing with you. Globally, if you see event industry, because that events are not very specific to any country, they are global services. Events can be organized at any place in any country. The services are hired and exchanged across the global boundaries. And the size of the industry was valued at $1,100 billion in somewhere in 18, and it is expected to grow at 10.3% and to reach approx 2,300 billion by 2026. But due to COVID and in this challenging time, definitely this statistics is going to be changed. These are the predictions. And in COVID time, hospitality, tourism, events are most affected industries. As I discussed initially, it is very difficult to cancel the event once all resources are set. We always talk about that there are certain factors which are not in hand, external natural calamities, health disasters, which poses heavy loss on the head of organizers. When we look at specifically the Indian economy, it is significantly growing, and industry is expected to cross 10,000 crore market by 2021, but still here also the figures will definitely change when it comes to the actual achievements of the industry. Digital activation, rural expansion, promotion of medical tourism, rural tourism, ecotourism, expansion of hospitality, leisure activities, increase in per capita income. Of course, they are actually giving some importance to events. Event management companies are very judiciously targeting their markets, whether there is any event company in Goa or whether there is any event company in Jaipur, Rajasthan, or it is in Kerala or it is in Northeast. They are promoting the heritage, they are promoting the culture for gaining the attention of the individual, the travelers, whether they are from your local country or whether they are from abroad. And of course, government initiatives are also giving boost to this industry by promotion of tourism and hospitality, which is one of the source of revenue for the government as well. When you look at global market, as we discussed already, it is expected to reach $2,300 billion by 2026. It may be definitely affected by the income of the people, economic situation of the country, and interest of the people in attending. When people are in crisis, people lost their jobs, they are struggling for survival, poor health conditions. So there are many challenges for the industries in coming time until the vaccine will actually come to the market and people will feel safe. And during this time, particularly, virtual events emerged as a strong platforms. The video conferencing companies started hosting the global events. Social media firms started organizing events, live performances on Facebook Live. People are hosting conferences, business summits, now on video conferencing. And I am also sharing my thoughts with you through this video conferencing tool, Google Meet, today. So this is also an emerging segment for hosting and telecasting the events. When we see the event management market by region, the region we discussed is North America, Europe, Asia Pacific continent, Middle East, and Africa and Latin America. So the growth is projected and some statistics are also estimated. It depends on the actual outcome, to what extent the firms will be able to get success, and they will be able to minimize the effect of health crisis and COVID on such events globally. In some countries, grounds are open for audiences. Recently, we've seen the cricket series in Australia, where people were allowed to attend the game in the ground. And gradually things are changing and people are allowed in with some restrictions, considering the situation of that local market, national market, or global market. When we see the economic perspective, budgeting, costing, So you may see the budgeting in Olympic Games is on the overrun. And this time particularly, where Olympics was supposed to be organized in Japan, Tokyo, they are postponed. It will held in 2021. And the cost to delay the Tokyo Olympics is estimated at $2 billion. You can imagine the losses. It's just an estimation. It may be low or it may be high. It's just an estimation. But still, the estimation is very high. I discussed with you, cancelling IPL 2020 would have resulted in rupees 4,000 crore loss for BCCI. And BCCI don't want to be in the mess. And they organized. So as an event planner, event management strategist, or event management firm, we have to see and foresee many things together. It's not easy task. Being an organizer, you must be ready for appreciation as well as ready for accepting the failures. The criticism, both will go hand on hand. One mistake can make disaster in the event. I remember one case during 2013 when Kumbh Mela was organized in Allahabad. One tragedy happened at railway station and people lost their life. It was the only event, it was the only tragedy, or only, you can say, one situation actually created question mark on overall organization of the event. No doubt that government did a lot of efforts in management of logistics, supplying the essentials, financial services, insurance, all were available. But people were not able to figure out what happened at railway station. It was the poor crowd management, or it was, announcement on the platform that created nuances. But one black spot pointed out on the entire event. I would like to share one more example of IPL, because of being a business faculty or marketing faculty, I used to discuss the live examples that connects our thoughts, what is happening in the market. Since we are talking about events, event management, and I have discussed one thing with you, that events are also categorized by the industry in two ways. One is revenue, and under revenue, there is a ticket selling and sponsorship. So in this current IPL, the Dream 11 and Byju's, an academy, there were major title sponsors, major sponsor of this event. And Dream 11 was paying 40 crore per year to BCCI as official IPL partner and will pay 182 crore more for keeping the right on title sponsorship. An academy as well become the official partner, and Dream 11 has sought option to continue as title sponsor. So this is a business. This is a business for both. For the organizer, BCCI will earn money from ticket selling, as well as the one who sponsor the event, they are supposed to pay. And these company will also make money through promotion, through advertisement, through communication. And they look at sales, increasing the subscriber base, downloading of applications, consumer engagement on mobile platforms. So both companies or the organizer or sponsors see the profitable opportunities from an event. And this is not a social cause event. This is not a charity event. Pure business, and the firm should be in profit. If you see the statistics, how the event management event management is one business, event management software is another category which is growing globally. Number of companies develop the softwares for event managements, whether you are in India, whether you are in UK, US. So the IT companies particularly targeting the events, and they are selling their IT products to the event management companies. And you can see the growth from 15 to 20. There's a growth of approx 3%, 6.93 to 9.7. It means the firms are actually going on technology. Year on year basis, the use of technology, mobile gadgets, softwares is increasing in the organization of meetings, conferences, personal events or political events or any professional events. See another statistics, and these statistics are adjusted keeping the impact of COVID-19. And this is the latest result of November 2020. Most updated information that I'm sharing with you. The revenue from event tickets, because tickets is a major source of revenue after sponsorship. You can see the changes from 2017 to 2024, 2021 to 23-24 is on the prediction line. And you can see the ticket selling in music events, cinema events, and sports events. And the contribution of music events or entertainment event is quite on higher side. Then on second place is a sport events. On the third place is a cinema tickets, movie. In India, you will find crowd either in front of stadiums or in front of cinema halls. Because the cultural and spiritual events organized occasionally. At local level, people organize. Like in villages, Heart Mela, Heart is very popular term in villages where people come together to exchange the local produces. This is also an event, but people do not consider it as organized. It is unorganized event. When you come to trade fair also one of the show where you showcase your produce. Whether you are from Odisha or Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, you may showcase what you are producing to the prospects. But it is organized. These statistics particularly explaining what are the key challenges the industry is facing, events and activation. Lack of trained manpower. It is a score based on the survey conducted by EY, Ernst and Young. Procurement efficiency, regulations, inability to demonstrate ROI to clients, obtaining sponsorships, inadequate infrastructure, and quality control over large events are the major issues that event management companies are facing. And they faced because they shared this in one survey somewhere in 2017. And this is the slide and statistics based on the revenue from the organized events. As I said, there are several events which are unorganized, like Heart. Particularly, I observed in Delhi, the weekly bazaars, unorganized. People in crowd go and attend the markets. And you can see from the organized event industry, which is also showing a growth trend of last 9 years, 12 to 21, and 21 is a prediction. That also showing the trend that firms are becoming more organized. Unorganized market is very small, which is restricted to local level, villages, or to the rural market or tier 1. Largely, if you see metros, they are more into organized management of events. Now, coming to the future, very quickly I will finish so that we can summarize. Industries having growth potential, have opportunities to provide a lot of jobs in the years to come. Technology, social media, mass robotification is changing the perspectives of this industry. Now, this is the academic perspective. So we have discussed the industry perspective, industry growth, industry statistics, how industry is moving. Coming to the academic perspective, event management is a very recent entry, having an entry into the organized discipline or is a structured discipline. Not very old, but it occupies an important space in the academics. Universities started offering courses, short-term courses, long-term courses, programs in the area of event, strategic event planning, strategic event management, event logistics management, and others too, to create a pool of talent for the industry, where students are supposed to play a role of trainer, festival planner, venue manager, floor manager, events manager. It depends on the succession plan of the firm, those who hire. But yes, once the workforce is ready, they'll get. And this industry is also offering an opportunity for the individual to start their own practices. If they have human resource to support, if they have the financials to for backup, they may think of
इतना तो अपना है कि अपन स्टेट
starting.
Dr. Ashish, I would request you to, like, our time is till 12:10. If you,
Yeah, I'm just winding. Give me a five
okay,
minute. I'm just winding up everything. Okay.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
So, a year for academics, I would like to particularly focus upon that how the different academics around the globe are researching upon event management, how they are identifying the research problems under the area of event management. And event management particularly is connected to tourism management and hospitality. So, as a scholar, as a student, as a faculty, if you have the specific interest in event management, definitely this is a very bright area of study. People have already started working. People have already started focusing upon identifying the number of issues in organizing the events. Is a festival or is a destination? What are the themes which are emerging over a period of time, whether it's ecotourism, medical tourism, destination management, sports event management as well is also the interesting area for many researchers across the globe. So academically is also event management is also a very rich area to learn. So as a practitioner, as an academician, as a student of research degree, or as a student of postgram, you may learn so many things from this vibrant area industry segment, that is event management. I have discussed all these things in the discussion: mobile application, use of Internet of Things, big data, privacy. These are the concerns of the firm these days, which firms are focusing upon. Thank you. Before to conclude my presentation, I would like to show you one small video for my participants. My slides, my video is visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Notice figure. Let's break.
Dr. Ashish, the sound of
Yeah.
the video is not very, audible. If you can do something for that.
Mm, Let me check. Otherwise, I am listening properly.
We cannot hear the video.
Yes, the
Just,
slide not
just wait.
video not perfect.
Just wait. Wait for a minute. Let me check. Let me check this issue. Hmm.
Ma'am, meanwhile, there was a request. Will we get the recordings of these sessions?
We'll be putting it on YouTube channel. We can have the session recording sessions from there. We'll give you the link of the YouTube.
Great, great. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Now, neither the video is visible nor it's audible.
Oh, just wait, 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 wait. I think now it is visible.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's come. It has. Sound is still not good.
Actually, I'm not very handy with Google Meet, and I
Okay.
don't know how to actually check this technical
So,
issue. If someone can,
I'll just suggest let the video, you play the video and just give us a parallel, commentary regarding what is
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Sure, sure, sure. Let me.
so at least we can understand what is going on in the video.
Sure, 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 sure. Just wait.
We can't see the video now.
Please confirm whether you are receiving the voice.
As of now, actually something.
No.
No, no, no. It was in fact echoing.
Ah, okay, okay. Sorry, Dr. Walia, I cannot figure out what is
It's okay. It's
the
okay. I
no
think I
problem.
just play the
Okay,
video and just give us a commentary. What is happening?
yeah. So this video is talking about how the economic impact of this COVID-19 is on the event industry, particularly. And across the globe, the tech giants like Google, social media firms, Facebook, and other companies actually cancelled their events, considering the COVID-19 or keeping the health protocols. So it is a big loss in terms of cost, in terms of profitability, but still, many people are struggling to revive into this industry. Many people left their job because there is a concept of the gig economy, gig workers, and many of the employees, those who are deployed in the events, they are contractual, they are not very permanent. So that the coronavirus is putting a lot of stress on the event industry, and WHO declared this as a pandemic. And the World Marketing Congress recently cancelled, which is one of the major global events for the all mobile companies across the globe.
Okay. We're falling short of time because the next
Yeah,
session will start at 12:30. So I would request participants, if you have any queries regarding the presentation, we can give you the mail ID of Dr. Ashish and you all can directly contact him. As of now, I will request Mr. Rupesh Upadhyay to please give us a feedback on the session.
Definitely, definitely. First of all, it was a wonderful presentation, Dr. Ashish, and the way you have bifurcate each and every type of event, like types by revenue resources through or through age group or through religion, and the factual, your factual hand was so accurate, like global event about the way you bifurcated about from Oscar to other events and how it affected to CAGR, and about the growth and the potential of the event industry by 2026. It will go to 2,330 billion dollars. So all about the informations and about the impact on the whole. You have covered from micro to macro level every aspect of the uh, event industry, in my opinion. So hats off. Um in my opinion, if I can rate it to the feedback basis, I would give 10 out of 10 from my side. Thank you, Dr. Valia. Thank you, Dr. Ashish.
Thank you, Mr. Rupesh. And I extend a big thank you to Dr. Ashish Gupta. He is, definitely my colleague also, has been my colleague in my university. Now he's with IFT. And his research experience is very vast and very, very good. So definitely, Dr. Ashish, as we got the feedback, a wonderful session from you, and looking forward for another session. We have another session with Dr. Ashish also in this course as well. So I thank you, Dr. Ashish, for sparing your precious time
Thank
and
you.
sharing your knowledge with
Thank you.
us.
Dr.
Thank you,
Ashish.
Dr. Wali. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes,
uh,
please.
uh, yes, I want to ask one favor as well. So I'm in this marketing field only, and I've worked
Okay.
in company like Make My Trip and
Okay,
OYO
great.
and other
Mhm,
companies
mhm.
like Tripoto and all big companies.
Yeah.
But this interest in this field is very vast, and I want to explore this field ahead and ahead. And like you are working in IFT, and
Mm,
so
mm.
may I connect you in further process as well? Like
Yeah,
if
you may connect me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. You may connect me on LinkedIn. You may send me
definitely.
an official mail, so we'll connect for further queries and discussions. And I would like to extend my thank to Dr. Walia for inviting me and giving this opportunity for interaction with a so vibrant class of the participants. And this is also very interesting area of learning. And I have learned a lot of things in last 10 days about event management that I have, because my area is marketing, and we have to learn very specifically to events. And this is very thrilling area of learning, research academically is very, very rich area of understanding. Thank you, Walia, Dr. Walia, for organizing this event for the participants.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish. Thank you so much.